Alright, hi there everyone. My name's Aaron. I'm also Mr. 28. I am the Chief Executive Officer and founder of 28 Games, Crazy Ambitious Cleverly Historic. It's 16:09 right now. 16:09. 16:09 would be 4:09 p.m. 18:09 and 6:09 p.m. I like to say military time because that's what I do in my excuse me my journal entries. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing really, really well and getting through your weekend, doing what you got to do. We're getting really, really close to Halloween now. It's going to be 2025 before you know it. It's going to go really, really quick, and then we'll have after this Thanksgiving, Christmas. You really gotta treasure the times, because a moment goes fast. In fact, it goes too fast. I want to update you guys on everything that's going on right now. Where I am, where my mother is. Not a good morning this morning. My mother, she didn't have an outburst or anything like that, but she acted up. She had a little bit of a psychotic episode. I walked out of my room. I got up. I usually get up at, my aim is to get up at 8:30. I get up. Take her. She goes to work. I take her off to work. She's doing the PM shift right now, so she's 11:30, 7:30. So we leave usually by 10 to 15 minutes, give or take, 15 minutes, give or take, 10, 15, somewhere around there. And as soon as I walked out of my room, I went into the bathroom, our master bathroom up here connected to our master bedroom, our full bathroom. And as soon as because I do a few things, if I eat cereal or have a bottle of Coke or something like that, I'll get that. We got an octagon window. It's right by our towel rack. We got a towel rack there, and then in front of the towel rack's the stairwell to get you downstairs. I usually just kind of put things there, temporarily. Basically, it's stuff trash that's gonna get out. Go out. I put my clothes there, my dirty laundry. After I'm done getting ready, I'll grab everything off the octagon window, bring it down. Before I did that, I just had to hear a few words, and my mother saying, she was just basic. It sounded like she was having an argument with someone, a disagreement, like she was actually talking to someone, only she wasn't. She was talking to the air. She was having a psychotic episode. And what did she say? She said, I'm trying to remember. It was very short, but it ticked me right off. It set me right off. I was so pissed. I can't even tell you, like, when I'm saying pissed, I mean, I probably had the worst anxiety. Yeah, pretty close to the worst anxiety I had after my father died. I didn't have any chest pain or anything like that yet, so that was the worst. I'll call this the second worst, but it was literally in my throat. Like, I could swallow my anxiety. And then my head started getting. I felt pressure in my head. It felt like high blood pressure, honestly. Which does run on my father's side of the family. Heart problems galore. As you know, my father died from a heart attack, so he's the second youngest. I've also had my Uncle Bobby, my father's Uncle Bobby, die from brain cancer, 42 years. So, but I heard that from my mother. It set me off. I was in the bathroom. I do my whole routine. Sorry, if I do stuff like this, I got bad anxiety. I'll do these idiosyncratic things. I'll look around, twitch. You gotta understand. I've been through the shit. My mother had bad outbursts. I got yelled and screamed at all last year. I'd be in this bedroom doing these videos. As I've said before, I don't want to harp on that. I don't want to repeat things. I want my videos to be fresh and my content to be fresh. Because I am a content creator. I'm getting more out there. I got 269 subscribers right now. Yeah, I know, 69. You can joke about that if you want. Depending on how old you are. I'll probably hit 270 soon. But, yeah, it was in my throat, and I was in the bathroom. I was getting ready to do my whole routine, my teeth, brushing my teeth. Because I had systolic acne before, so treat my face with acne cleanser with salicylic acid. Salicylic acid's in acne cleansers, Oxy or Equate, the brands here in the U.S. So as I was doing my thing, I just said to myself, I'm going to let it roll right off my shoulder. I'm not going to say anything. And I did pretty well. I did pretty well. You know, I didn't flip out about it. I could have. I could have screamed at the top of my lungs. Because you got to understand how many times I have seen this. I have been through this since last year. Okay, and when it was bad. And I mean bad, I mean bad. I did blogs on it. I did journal entries on it, or the SITREP situation reports, as they were called last year. And then what really ticked me, I can handle her talking to herself when she starts to get aggressive, swearing, just talking to herself. Okay, I'm talking straight up psychosis, very delusional, psychotic behavior. Point blank. I can handle that. I can handle her talking to herself, but when she starts getting aggressive, speaking profane language, you know, just going bizarre, talking about all these inane but things that don't make a damn bit of sense, that's when I start to lose my patience, and I feel it. You know, I feel that pressure rising slowly. Really ticks me off is when she starts banging things around, especially because I came back to this house last year, May 21st, and I started changing everything up. I wanted to get all the bad out, all the crap, all the negative associations, you know, and by the way, I just did that with my mother's closet, you know, because there's broken glass and stuff in there. I vacuumed on that. We did that a few days ago. That looks better. That's good, you know. But when she starts acting up, flaring up, throwing things around, banging things, I have no tolerance for that. No tolerance whatsoever. And I said, beginning of 2024, I said, I have zero BS tolerance this year. I paraphrased it. And believe you me, that's very, very true. I did not put up with her crap. I love her. God bless her. I love her dearly. You know, breaks my heart. Everything that she's had to go through. Psychic medium brainwashed her. Effed around with her brain. Told her a whole bunch of crap that made that messed with her equilibrium. And she never was the same. She was never, ever, and she will never, ever be the same. She cannot, like, she's got Bible study tonight after I pick her up from work. She's going to be going, I call it the Church of Israel. It's called New Covenant Church. You know, they got Bible studies, and I remember this from last year around this time in the fall. They started having Bible studies because they have Bible studies and services. So she normally goes to the services on Saturday. But she's going to Bible study, so that's why I was going to have her Bible here. I don't, but it's downstairs. I'm going to give that to her and some pills because she's having some sciatica pain. But, yeah. Yeah, no, I lost my train of thought. That's what happens with anxiety, you know. It's not fun. You know, it's not fun. And, no, it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on your health. It takes a toll on your life. And you just feel like you yourself have a mental condition or a psychiatric condition too. And at this point, it feels like I do. Like I can literally, sometimes I can hear voices, not in my head, but I get two Vortex fans, are very powerful fans. Even when they're on, like, I'll hear like these sounds. Because I have heard my mother talk to herself all these crazy, crazy, crazy things so many times that it started to weigh me down. And I am weighed down. I've been through trauma, my father dying. On top of that, I've had to deal with my mother. You know, 2020, just year after year after year. You guys have heard about this so many times. And throughout today, you know, I did some leaf blowing. You know, it's not really kind of pointless doing it right now because I've still got a lot of leaves that got to fall. You know, so some of them will fall and they'll still be green. Because when the foliage, the leaves are rotten. When they change colors, they're essentially rotten. So you get all these nice colors and pigments. Pigmentation of the leaves change. But, yeah, I tried doing that, a little bit of that today. But I couldn't do too much because, you know, it's blustery in fall. Number one, it's blustery, so they blow all over the place anyway. Number two, it really felt like Halloween today, for sure. But it was warmer. I think that's why there's a warm front that came through. The other reason is they haven't all fallen yet, so I'm going to wait for that. But I just kind of have this propensity to do the leaf blowing because we had build up, and a build up of leaves from 3 years ago. Dead matter. It was so bad. We had fungus and they were rotten and they were all wet and everything. You know, all over the front shrubbery, our shrubs in our front lawn. or front lawn, in front of our living room windows, and then a whole bunch of leaves underneath our patio, porch. The porch is the smaller one, all underneath there. So I had to blow them out of there, and I didn't even blow them out of there. I took a lawn rake and got them out of there manually, because I wasn't driving. We couldn't afford anything. We didn't even have this house, so we couldn't afford gas for the leaf blower. So I was raking, and I raked all that out, and I spent. That was hell, but it was a workout. But we had so much leaves pile up everywhere. The reason why I leaf blow is because I don't want it to get to that point again, because it was so freaking bad. I mean, and then the homeless guy here and all that, just walking through the leaves. It was just a reminder of how much things have been let go here, and things got derelict, which means abandoned. And this house was abandoned, and it's hard for me to want to leave it, even though I do leave it now, which is good. I don't isolate anymore. I just try to keep it up, inside out, and with leaves fall and all that. It's just a negative association with me. So it's like when I see leaves piling up all over the place in the front of our shed ramp, our shed, on the side of the house, because the leaves kind of have this. The leaves pile up. It's just has to. I might deal with the Coriolis effect. I'm not sure if that's it or not. The leaves will form in certain areas because you got the patio right here, and then this area where the foundation is on the side of the house. The leaves will all form right here, and then over here you got the shed ramp, and they'll form all right here. So I just it kind of helps because it's like leaves are easier to move when they're in piles. That's why you create piles, rake piles, and all that. So yeah, it's like I do that because I don't want any negative association because it was so bad. It sucked, and not to say that it ain't still miserable. It's not all peachy keen. It's not all great. My mother still acts up. She doesn't take medication anymore. The Seroquel, she doesn't take that anymore. She doesn't take any medication. She doesn't go to a doctor. I don't get all of her case because if I do, it's just going to cause me stress. Because everything with her is about Jesus. I mean, more than it was with her Sunday services. She went to an Episcopal church because she was an Episcopalian. That's what she is. But now she calls herself an evangelist, born again Christian, dying into herself. Basically. By the way, what that means, because I've learned a lot from her, it means you die into yourself. It means because you're born into a sinful world. I don't want to get into this too much. Basically you're removing the sin, declaring the Lord as your Lord and Savior. And that is all I hear 24/7. Okay? 24/7. And I hear, I've learned a lot about Job and 1 John, 1 Peter, Exodus, all the different disciples, and how the Lord helped them out through their troubles and all that. And the Go to Day that guy, he kind of did that same thing. That's the Last Supper. The last, you're at the table with Jesus, the Last Supper. That comes from the Bible. So that's why he's been doing all that. If you were curious about that, he doesn't really do too much anymore now. He kind of pops up here and then, every now and then. All right, we're at 18:22, 6:22 p.m., so I'm still making good time. I don't want to make this too long. My phone still kind of crashes everywhere. So I'm going to show you this. But basically what this is here, it's an iFixit kit. This is the battery, iPhone battery, lithium-ion battery, 2 amps or something like that. And then coming to this, this is a repair kit. It's to repair your iPhone. You get everything. You get a spudger. You get and iFixit's very well known. iFixit's been around for a while. It's basically saves you about half the cost you'd spend if you took the phone in. Now because I have a 7 Plus, it's about $69-70. So I say half of that. This is about $30. So I haven't done it yet. Still got the old battery in there because there's a lot of things you got to worry about. Number one, lithium-ion batteries. You puncture it. It leaks gas, it'll explode. Not good. Start a fire, blue fire, you get a blue flame, pew, everything like that. So you got to be very careful doing that. I watched a whole bunch of tutorials on it. There's some screws you got to remove. You got to remove some brackets. You got to be careful of the ribbon cables because if you slice along and separate the display from the base of the phone, it opens up like a book. and you've got your video, your display cable, and there's two ribbon cables, one on the top, one on the bottom. You got to be careful disassembling them because you can just you bend them, you'll break it, and then you're going to be replacing the screen. So I haven't done that yet. My phone only shut off once today, and that's good. I'm still able to do stuff. I'm surprised I'm able to do this video. In fact, I talked with my grandmother yesterday. By the way, she's doing really, really well. It's great to hear from her. I just told her how things were going. She wanted to know how things were going. She's like, oh, you guys haven't called me, so I wanted to call you and see, how everything's going. And yeah. It was great. It was great to hear from her. God bless her heart. She's gonna be 83 next May 18th. She's got cancer, colorectal cancer, stage 3. She said, I don't have days where I feel like I'm at my end. It's the end. But I have my bad days, my off days. She still hangs out with my aunt Sherry there in Massachusetts, and she still does her thing. I'm really proud of her. She's tough. She's very, very tough. She went through a lot. She had endometriosis, ulcers. She had bleeding in her brain one time. This was years ago. She was saying, "Oh, my head," and I feel so bad. But she's tough, and everyone wants to come down and see her. She's like, "Oh, I don't know. One day I can't. Never know how it's gonna be." You love my grandmother. She's like the second mother. My parents went to their Christmas parties. Hope this is still rolling. But yeah, what was I saying before that? So I talked about my grandmother. I said something before that. Yeah, so the repair kit, you got to be really, really careful with it. The original battery's still in there. It's at 50% capacity, and it's still kicking. The phone's 7 years old, but at that point, your phone will have unexpected shutdowns. It'll burn up. It doesn't need intensive apps. You got apps like X, for example. That's very intensive. It drains a battery drainer. Sometimes it'll just shut right off. Now, hopefully this is still on. I'm looking at it. I can kind of see the reflection from the glare of the screen. Because I got this propped up here in our modem. We got an internet modem for our streaming, and we don't have cable, so streaming services and Wi-Fi. So that's when I propped this up. That's how you can see me here, sitting in my little thinking chair here. And by the way, this shirt here, this is Zero Waste. This is my uncle's solid waste plant, opened in '96, same year my sister was born. And he's been in business since '96, so he's been in business for 28 years. XBIII, 28 years. So congratulations to him on that. And congratulations to my mother too. She's on 5 days now at her job. She loves her job, loves everything about it. You might see in my journal entries today, I posted a picture of her when she was in the break room. She had her scrubs, she had her hairnet, N95 mask, apron. She's got an apron because she works in the kitchen. Her name tag, you'll see Shelly. That is her first name, Shelly. Dietary aid. God bless this woman. She's been through so much, So am I. Today I didn't have good feelings. I thought about taking my life again. I won't ever do it, but I know you're like, oh, Miss 28, that's not good. You shouldn't be saying that. Well, I know, but I shouldn't be saying that I had this contract deal hasn't happened yet. I've got it right here. It's a $10 million contract deal. I paid $1,868.55, and here we are, the end of 2024, and nothing's happened yet. And I don't want to say that makes me angry. But I was going to record a video that would be was pretty unpleasant, And if someone else went through this, I wouldn't be too happy. If this was my father, number one, he might try and put you in the hospital. Number two, he would spend a lot of time on his laptop and an email playing head games with you. He calls it rope-a-dope. And it's basically where people think that I don't know. People don't think that I know what they're doing. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to be that bear, poke the sleeping bear, and they're going to find out, And I'm just telling you straight up, that is how my father was. He didn't like people who betrayed him, lied to him, were deceptive, because he had a lot of people that happened in his life. All right, we're at 6:29, 1,829 hours right now. I'm picking up my mother soon. She has Bible study tonight. Usually it's New Covenant Church, Church of Israel, as I call it. Yeah, it's usually services, but it's a Bible study, so got a Bible for that. I'm gonna have some quesadillas tonight because I get a supper perk. I was having breakfast, but she's servery, her other shift, it's closed because of COVID. But they might open that back up because they're doing a test run right now. And if no one has any cases that pop up, Dennis, her boss, or Brenda, she's the administrator there, gonna make it happen. But they're doing a test run because just imagine if you're in a nursing home and you had, your mother and father was there and they got COVID, right? And they opened up too quick, and then you're a concerned mother, father, parent, relative, whoever the case, and saying you opened this up when they still had cases of COVID. What are you thinking? And then the liability would, it's a liability thing. So they want to be cautious, and before they open up servery again for breakfast, because in a job like that, the vector is people in close quarters. That's how the virus can spread. That's how COVID did spread. The evil guy, I'm talking with him on Discord. Wow. He's just talking about different things. Been talking about Mafia, The Sims, just these whole bunch of different things. EDP, for those of you who don't, I'm just going to say it. Eat that pussy. 455, I think. EDP 455. He was a big YouTuber. He's still on there. He's done a lot of stuff, lot of good stuff. I'm familiar with him. I've watched his videos before, and this evil guy's been talking about him a lot. And someone else that's accusing him. It's a whole thing. It's a whole story, blackmail and everything like that. We've kind of just been talking about different things, and the more that I talk with him, it's less on the surface and more substance. We're talking about, like, just recently, he's saying, look at this picture of a bear from Mafia 2. I'm like, okay, it looks familiar. I've seen it before. He's sending me a message. He's sending me all these messages. Like, because he was saying, I don't think they are going to work on GTA 7, for a while. That's going to come out with the PlayStation 7, which, by the way, PlayStation 7, most of us won't even be around by the time that comes out. Because PS6 is they're probably going to do that up 2026, 2027. As far as GTA 6 is concerned, don't even ask. Don't even ask. That's a concept. Okay, Jason, Lucia, all these concepts. I was going to put more up, but I wanted to do this. I have been helping out with GTA 6. I suggested things for the game. I was told they're getting in. Hopefully they are. Starting to spin here because I'm talking a lot, talking fast. I'm taking a breath, excuse me. At the end of the day, I get so tired now. Just when you've been through trauma, you're tired. You're just tired. You're never the same. You are never ever the same. You're never going to be the same. No matter therapy, medication, you're never the same. So, yeah, Evil's been talking about Mafia 3, Mafia 4, saying Mafia 3 is more of an open world game. People give Mafia 4 a hard time. Talking about Vito, Vito Corleone, Lincoln? Oh, yeah, Lincoln. Is that Mafia 3? I mean, yeah. Vito Corleone, I think. Vito? Yeah, Vito. And he was talking about that, Watch Dogs. So he's just talking about kind of like the future of gaming, And what that translates to me is MMOR, a real life MMO, mass multiplayer online role playing game, MMORPG, in the future of gaming. So he's talking, he knows what he's doing, it's confusing to me, but the more I talk with this guy, the more he is making sense. Another thing I want to make mention to you, I know there's a gray line between AI, people don't like AI. Gateway Runway 3, Gen 3, Runway 3 or something like that, AI. This is the coolest thing I've seen yet. It is taking footage, gameplay footage, in-game footage of 4 and 5, GTA 4, GTA 5. I've also seen the San Andreas. I haven't seen Vice, though. Surprisingly. We don't need to because, yeah. Yeah, some people should. I'm surprised I haven't. But it's basically AI that is rendering real-time real-time footage of GTA 4 and GTA 5. You look at it, it looks like a freaking spinning image of real life. It gives me chills. It's so cool. So cool how technology's been getting new technology or making new technology. And if you ask me, that sounds like the future of gaming. We are going to get to a point where we're going to be able to explore the whole world. AI is going to help out, and it's going to actually render. Once you get the rendering, because it's bouncing all over the place, like when you see it tries to render the cars, it'll be one car and another car and another car and another character and another character, and it's so cool, because it's like taking what you got on Midjourney and StableCog, which is another AI proprietary software, is plugging that in. It's called AI Overlay, and it's plugging it into gameplay footage. And once this technology gets sorted, and it settles down and it renders properly, we could see this in the future. This could be a real gaming experience and change the facing of gaming as we know it. And I'm just so psyched for that. I'm from the 90s, so, I'm excited for that. That's really, really cool. So 1,835 hours now, 6:35 p.m. That means I don't want to go too long, too crazy with this. But that's the update right now. That's where I'm at. There's gonna be plenty more for me. I got more concepts coming up. I'm Mr. 28, founder and CEO of 28 Games, Crazy Ambitious Club Historic. We probably say about training. Bitch, Huggy Lemons always let them know they want to hear from you like you want to hear from them. And stay safe, be well. Okay, know the best yet to come. I'm gonna be coming back with a lot more. These journal entries. You don't know how tough it is to do that on a daily basis. I've been doing this since April. I'll get on my phone every single day, timestamp my life, everything I'm doing in real time. So right now it's October 12th, so 6:36. So if I did an entry right now, it'd be Saturday, 13th of October, 2024, 1,836 hours, 6:36 p.m. And you know how I do it. And then I literally plug that into InShot, my video editing software. Boom, 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 boom. Up the list. 15, 20 slides. Every single day. Every single day. So for those of you who think I'm not doing anything, please change that prerogative. For those of you who think I'm not helping with GTA 6 or Rockstar, do me a favor and please change that prerogative. It's almost 2025. We're almost there. I'm going to make sure that this contract deal happens. That's why I'm mentioning it, okay? So you don't forget. I'm not going to let you forget. I've more than earned this, for sure. Yeah, there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. The contract has everything on it. My backstory, everything. It's on a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Validated. With my signature. Back from April 14th, 2024, this year. And I paid that. Okay? I'm going to make sure this happens. The story's amazing. Project Delight is what it all is about. My crazy, crazy, crazy story of me surviving. Still here. And having not off myself yet. And haven't collapsed like I feel like I could at any moment. But anyway, see you later. Plenty more on the way. I'm Mr. 28. And thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.